Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Bill Chase in the Movies. I am Bill Chase and I'm here with more movies. And starting off this week, Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, the sequel to the 1987 hit film which won a Best Actor Oscar for Michael Douglas as the role of the ruthless corporate raider Gordon Gekko. Now in this film, Gekko has just been released from prison after 23 years. Now the movie that came out before came out in 1987, but it took place in 1985, just 2 years before the actual date of the movie. And this is doing the same thing. This takes place in 2008, when all of a sudden things just got bad for the economy. And this takes place right just before the time is starting to happen. People are seeing the signs, and Gekko is released from prison thinking he can help Wall Street get out of this little funk. Now, of course, Douglas is fantastic here as usual, but he comes across, well, a couple new characters. First is his daughter, Winnie, played by Carey Mulligan, who, of course, last year was nominated for an Oscar for An Education. She's quite good here, but she really isn't given much to work with. She just seems like a secondary character built for plot, but really has no depth. And also that he strikes up a friendship with her future husband, Shia LaBeouf. He plays a proprietor who works for once worked for a major company, whose mentor, played by Frank Langella in a great small role, kills himself, but his death is under weird circumstances. Now Gekko is asking in exchange to help his new friend out here, in exchange to get to know his daughter again, but she wants nothing, completely and utterly nothing to do with him. He's been behind bars for 23 years and has had nothing to do with her life. The thing about this movie I like is that it really has a way of encapsulating the grittiness of Wall Street, kind of like the first one did, but it doesn't seem to have that edgier, dark side that the first one had. This is still a great entertainer. Michael Douglas doing a great job as is expected, but people are talking Oscar nominations. Some may say that could be a sympathy vote due to the announcement of Douglas's recent illness of 4-stage cancer. Now the thing is that if Douglas should be nominated for any film this year, it should be Solitary Man, which came out earlier this year, which was just a brilliant performance by him. Not to say he isn't great here, he is fantastic and is having fun again playing Gordon Gekko, one of the great movie villains. Now, the problem I think in this film too is that Shia LaBeouf just seems drowned out. That he just doesn't, he's not bad here, but he just can't seem to keep up with somebody of Michael Douglas's caliber quite yet. I think it seems that even though at a young stage in his career, he just still doesn't know how to work with the big guns, or at least some of them. I think that the thing with Michael Douglas is that in the first one, Charlie Sheen, Charlie Sheen, not a great actor by any stretch of the imagination, but was able to keep up with Douglas in the first film back in 1987. Here, it's just he seems like he's kind of lost in some scenes, and even when Douglas isn't on screen, you're waiting for him to come back, just to really lend something to this film. There's some great supporting work here from Josh Brolin. He plays the real villain of this film. Douglas's character of Gekko is more playing the anti-hero here. He's still as evil and as greedy as he was 23 years ago, but at the same time, you're actually rooting for him here. Brolin plays the villain very well in this film, and of course LaBeouf's character believes that he is responsible for Langella's character's death. Now the thing about this movie too I love is that they draw these characters in the dark elements that the first one did. It just didn't seem to come out as well as the first one. That said, however, Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps is still a good movie, and it's really enjoyable if you enjoyed the Gordon Gekko character from the first film. There's some good supporting work, even though Mulligan's kind of in the middle, and LaBeouf just seems, like I said, he just can't keep up. It's still a good movie to watch, and you will not be disappointed if you like the first one. I give Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps 3.5 stars out of 5.